The importance of not knowing Yahweh. Now I know that really sounds backwards. Okay? Importance of not knowing Yahweh? Aren't we supposed to know Yahweh? Yes, according to scriptures, yes, we are supposed to know Yahweh. But there's an importance of not knowing Yahweh. Because, believe it or not, and this is going to sound weird, but one of the greatest hindrances of knowing Yahweh is knowing Yahweh. Now again, that sounds like a really strange statement. The greatest hindrance of knowing Yahweh is knowing Yahweh. Most believers will tell you that they know Yahweh. But what does the scripture say? The scriptures say in Job chapter 36, verse 26.
Behold, Yahweh is great, and we know him not. Neither can the number of his years be searched out.
So we see right away in this study that, behold, Yahweh is great, and we know him not. You see, as much as people can claim, I know Yahweh, or, those who don't know the name of Yahweh, those who know the name of the Lord or God, whatever it happens to be, it does not matter. Okay, because most believers will tell you they know Yahweh. Knowing Yahweh, let me give you an example of not knowing Yahweh. Okay? Not knowing Yahweh, and this isn't in the notes, that just came to my mind, is like a drop of water in the Atlantic Ocean. Our knowledge of Yahweh is like a drop of water in the Atlantic Ocean. That's how our knowledge of Yahweh compares. Okay? Now, most religious people, those who are religious, will tell you the same thing. Why? Why would they tell you that same thing? Because they think they know Yahweh. So they think they don't have to know him anymore. They already know all there is to know. And how many out there know that we will ever know all we need to know about Yahweh? Every day, every moment of our day, we should be learning more and more about Yahweh. Okay? And we do. We learn more and more about Yahweh every day. And that's how we learn. We grow. But yeah, I know I have, and my wife has, and I'm sure others have out there, ran into people who say, I don't know, I know Yahweh. I don't need that. You try to give them a tract, they say, no, that's okay, I know Yahweh. Okay, you know Yahweh. How much do we know Yahweh? Let's go to Psalms chapter 145, verse 3.
Great is Yahweh, and greatly to be praised, and his greatness is unsearchable.
Okay, his greatness is unsearchable. The greatness of Yahweh is unsearchable. No matter how much we search, you have all these archaeologists who are doing these searches over in Israel for lost artifacts, and they search and they find stuff there, correct? But when it comes to searching Yahweh, we'll never ever in this lifetime know all we need to know about Yahweh. What's the New Testament say? Romans chapter 11, verse 33.
Oh, the depth and riches, both of the wisdom and knowledge of Yahweh. How unsearchable are his judgments, and his ways past finding out.
So we see the same thing in the New Testament. Right here, it's saying that his ways are, the knowledge of Yahweh is unsearchable. So people say they go to these seminaries and all these years of college and everything to know all they can about Yahweh. I'm sorry, you can spend the rest of your life in college and you're still not going to know everything about Yahweh. There's just no way. Them seminaries, they teach you all you need to know to be able to go into seminary and go into ministry. But that isn't where you stop growing. You know, when we grow up, once we get to 18 to be an adult, legal adult, we don't stop growing. Physically, we stop growing. But mentally and spiritually, we don't stop growing. We continue to grow every day of our life. And that's why His judgments are unsearchable. His judgments are past finding out. We can never be able to find His ways. Okay, the first title for Yahweh that's used in the Old Testament, in the Scriptures, is the title Elohim, or it's said as God in the King James Version by Scriptures. This here is a mystery word. Why is this a mystery word? Because this word is both singular and plural. This scripture this is singular. Why? Because it's singular because Yahweh is one Elohim. And it's plural because there's always more to learn about Yahweh. There's always more to Him. There's always more of Him to know. You know, when you first get married, my wife and I just celebrated our 32nd anniversary yesterday. And, yesterday. I almost forgot what day that was. Yesterday. And, you know, we didn't stop growing and learning about each other when we got married. We continue all the time to learn and to get to know each other more and more. When you first get married, you learn about the idiosyncrasies of your wife or your husband, your spouse. You learn the good and the bad. And you learn to grow in all of that. But it's the same thing with Yahweh. It's plural because there's always more to know about Yahweh. There's always more to Him. Now, you know, we'll be in heaven for eternity. You know why we'll be in heaven for eternity? It's because that's how long it's going to take for us to know Yahweh. It'll take that long, then some, for us to actually get to know Yahweh. So what should you do? You should make your aim to know Yahweh more than you ever have before. You should be able to go in and read His scriptures and learn more and more about Him. Every time I read the scriptures, I learn more and more about Him. And that's the way it's supposed to be. The scriptures say in the book of Acts to Timothy, I believe it is. It says to study, to show thyself approved unto Elohim. The scripture says to study. The scriptures say in the book of Acts to prove these things, to see if they be of Yahweh. Okay, so Philippians chapter 3, verse 10.
That I may know Him and the power of His resurrection and the fellowship of His sufferings, being made conformable unto His death.
Wow, look at that. That I might know Him. Paul's saying that I might know Him and the power of His resurrection. You see, Paul was desiring to know Yahweh. Paul didn't even know everything about Yahweh. But he wanted to know everything about Yahweh and the power of His resurrection and the fellowship of his suffering, so that he could be made conformable unto his death. How about the Old Testament? Psalms chapter 42, verses 1 and 2.
To the chief musician Maskil, for the sons of Korah. As a hart panteth after the water brooks, so panteth my soul after thee, O Elohim. My soul thirsteth for Yahweh, for the living Elohim. When shall I come and appear before Yahweh?
Wow. Okay, so look at that. It says, as a deer panteth for the water. Have you ever seen a deer near the water, drinking water? They pant for that water. They desire. Panting is a wanting or a desire. And that's what we need to have with Yahweh. A wanting or a panting or a wanting or a desire to know more of Yahweh. O Yahweh, my soul thirsteth for Yahweh, for the living Elohim. When shall I come up in appearance before Yahweh? You see here, he's saying that he wants to know Yahweh. He wants to know Yahweh, the living Elohim. Back to the New Testament. Mark chapter 10, verses 14 and 15.
But when Yahweh Mashiach saw it, he was much displeased, and said unto them, Suffer the little children to come unto me, and forbid them not. For of such is the kingdom of Elohim. Verily I say unto you, whosoever shall not receive the kingdom of Elohim as a little child, he shall not enter therein.
Okay, so right here he's comparing the people, those who are wanting Yahweh, as little children. You see, the people, they were telling the children not to come to Messiah. And it grieved him because he wanted the children to come to him. Just like he wants his children, which is everybody that has a knowledge of him. I don't want to say know him, because we'll never know him totally. To a degree, we know him. He wants his people to know him or to come to him. And that's what he's looking for. He wants us to be his little children. He wants our hearts to be tender like a little child. You see, when a child is growing in his younger years, that's the best time to teach him about Yahweh and the scriptures and the word, what the word says, because that's when the heart is tender. I think it's beautiful when a child is raised up in a family, to a husband-wife family, and is raised up in the word of Yahweh. That's a beautiful thing, because that child is growing on a very strong foundation. He's getting from a childhood, from a little child, getting to know Yahweh. We not only have to know him, we have to seek him and learn of him. Like I said earlier, we never stop learning. We never stop learning out of his word. We have to seek him. Isaiah chapter 55, verse 6.
Seek ye Yahweh while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near.
Okay, so we see here, we seek Yahweh while he may be found. Call upon him while he is near. Guess what, folks? There's going to be a time when we can't call on Yahweh. The people on this earth are not going to be able to call on Yahweh. They're not going to be able to seek him, because he will have taken his church, his assembly, out. He will have came back for his people, and then it'll be too late. So we need to seek Yahweh while he is found. We need to seek Yahweh while we can. We need to seek Yahweh now, while we still have our rights, and we can still carry about scriptures with us. And we can still talk about Yahweh and read his word. We also need to go deeper and farther. For the one who truly knows Yahweh is the one that don't even know the half of him. That's the person who knows Yahweh. When they can say, I don't know the half of it. You know, you ever have somebody come up to you and you say, yeah, I heard about this, whatever it is that happened. And somebody says, well, you don't know the half of it. It's the same thing with Yahweh. A person who knows Yahweh knows that they don't know Yahweh. That's the person who knows Yahweh. We need to go deeper and farther. Job chapter 5 verses 8 through 11.
I would seek unto Yahweh, and unto Yahweh would I commit my cause, which doth great things and unsearchable, marvelous things without number, who giveth rain upon the earth, and sendeth waters upon the fields, to set up on high those that be low, that those which mourn may be exalted to safety.
Okay, so what do we have here? He's saying he wants to seek Yahweh. He would commit his cause to him because he does great and unsearchable things. Have you ever had somebody, Yahweh, do something great and unsearchable, great in your life? Well, that's what Job is saying here. Read the last part of that. To set up on high those that be low, and those which mourn may be exalted to safety. You see, he wants to lift up those that mourn. And he wants to set up on high those that are low. Now, what does he mean about that? Well, there's a couple of ways you can mean that. And that is, one way would be to be high and lifted up, or, you know, in a high place. But that's not what he's talking about here. You see, those who are high are not humble. And those that are low are humble. Yahweh wants us to be humble. The scriptures speak over and over again about us being humble. And that's what Yahweh wants for us. I'm going to close with this tonight. We need to press on into the joy and wonder of those who can say that I might know him. Know who? That is Yahweh.
Ephesians chapter 3 verses 8 and 9. Unto me, who am least the less of all the saints, is this grace given, that I should preach among the Gentiles the unsearchable riches of Yahweh Mashiach, and to make all men see what is the fellowship of the mystery, which from the beginning of the world hath been hid in Yahweh Elohim, who created all things by Yahweh Mashiach.
Okay, so what do we have? Okay, so we preach to the Gentiles the unsearchable riches of Yahweh. And to make all men to see what the fellowship of the mystery from the beginning of the world had been, and Yahweh, who created all things, in Yahweh Messiah. So we see here this evening the importance of not knowing Yahweh. You see, it's important that we don't know Yahweh so that we can know Yahweh. It's important that we get to know Yahweh. The scriptures say to know Yahweh in the power of his resurrection. To really, really know Yahweh. But again, like I stated in the study tonight, we'll never, ever, in this lifetime, get to know everything that we need to know about Yahweh.
Yahweh's Learning Channel thanks you for watching this video. We hope you were edified by this content. Reach out to us with the information provided on screen, or you may click on the links to view more of our videos. Please subscribe to be notified of new uploads. Until next time, Shalom.